Hey, it's probably just you, Tiffany, right now. We'll see how that goes. I'll be starting in, what time is it? 2 minutes. This is Luna. Yes. Say her name and she speaks. Yeah. We're Luna. Alrighty, let's get started. This is Yoga Flow. Welcome. My name is Amy. We're going to start in a comfortable position, reminding yourself that yoga is about the breath and it's also about self-care. The breath that we're going to start with as we focus into ourselves is one where we take the inhale through the nose, and we'll inhale to my count of 4, and then we'll exhale to twice as long. So that means we'll exhale to the count of 8. This has been studied, and what it's shown is that 5 to 7 minutes of this, which we won't do it as long here because we're an abbreviated class, but at home, if you do this breathing twice as long for your exhale as your inhale for 5 to 7 minutes, weeks on end, you will lower your blood pressure, both the upper number and the lower, the systolic and the diastolic. It's a way that you control your body, you control its workings, and that mechanism is also what affects and quiets the mind. So for us right now, sit in a comfortable position. Preferably your knees are lower than your heart, because we want the flow to go down and not be interrupted here and come up. So sometimes it helps to sit a little bit forward, sit on the edge of a blanket, sit on the edge of a block. Otherwise, take your first finger and thumb, sitting up tall, close the eyes, and let's inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more breaths yourself, inhaling, and then take your exhale twice as long by your own count as your inhale. That long exhale not only depletes the lungs, but triggers the base of the lung fields where the parasympathetic nervous system is, and that calms the entire body. Remember, in yoga, we use the breath as the bridge between the body and the mind. After your second breath, Stretch out your hands and then lift that space, your personal space. Lift it up around you. Let your fingers connect. Press firmly. Anytime both sides of the hands connect in this way, we balance out the hemispheres of the brain. And then exhale, pulling it all the way down. Once more. Inhale, lift, moving lymph through the body. And exhale down. Turning to the side. Inhale. Pull up long. Twist the upper body over the hips and release the hands. Left hand to the knee, right hand behind. You're looking over your right shoulder. And then turn your head to look over the left. Stay there. Lift up that right hand. Thread it underneath the left arm and bring your right shoulder down towards your knee. Starting to move the spine. Release that arm and then make a cocoon over your head sideways. And then bring it back. Same thing. Inhale it up. Exhale it through. Inhale it up and exhale over. And then release. Let's do the left. Inhale. Twist to the left, right hand down, left hand behind. Pull up. No rotation. We don't want to hurt the back without foundation. And then turn your head to the right. Lift up the arm. Thread it underneath and come down onto your left shoulder. Luna, move. Release the arm and take it over to the other side. And then bring it back. I will move her since she is front row and center. It's good to feel that sure of yourself. Get out, little Luna. And let's just do that again. From here, left arm out, threading it under, and coming down. Press down to curve over. And then come back. Coming front, hands on the knees, round. And do it from the belly, not the bones. Round the back, chin to chest, and then press forward, arching the back, taking it back, opening up the throat. And again, rounding C-spine, the letter C, and come up, curving the back. Last time, rounding and coming up. Coming onto the knees. So make sure you've got some pad or something under your knees, because it'll just be a few poses that we're doing here. And I don't want your knees to get hurt. So first we'll cat-cow a little bit, just 3 times. Check which way your elbow eyes are. If they're front, that's fine. Make sure they both are. It has to do with the shoulder rotation. Otherwise, turn them to look at each other and open up your shoulders. Don't have any tension in the shoulders and neck. Let the belly drop. The head comes up. Inhale. Spreading your fingers. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. So first I'll do it facing front for the right side, then I'll switch sideways for the other side. So straighten out your right leg and press through. Very important to get all the toes to touch. You always want to make a connection with the earth, with the mat, but you also want to physically stretch out every toe. And then cross over to the left and twist. Bring it back up, hip height, and step forward. Reach forward, coming up. Pull the knee in, put the hand down. Gonna lift this right leg and take it straight back so you can turn onto your left shin. Bringing the right arm up and then over the ear, opening the shoulder. Take it around and bring it over again. Spin your left shin towards the back of the room to open up the hips. Press your pelvis forward and you're opening up to a back bend. Hand comes down, spin back, lift that back leg and take it over to the side. Toes point front and we'll thread the needle. Left arm threads underneath, reach towards the toes and come onto your left side. Take your right hand around the back, maybe just here, maybe stretch it out, whatever feels okay for your shoulder. Don't pull the shoulder. Easy does it. And don't turn your head once you're in this position. Let's get out of it. Right arm up, next to the head, release that left arm. Both hands are down. Press yourself up. Inhaling up. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back up and bring yourself back down. Shoulders over wrist. Lift this leg. Take it back and pull the knee to the chin and back. And in and out, in, out, leave it out, and stretch the hand forward. And then come down. Left side, and I'll turn sideways, taking your left leg back, stretching through. And cross it over and twist to look at it. Lift it up, taking it through. Inhale. And exhale. Take it back and turn sideways, lifting the left arm over the ear. And take it around once for good luck. Spin the shin and come into a back bend. And then bring the hand back, bring the leg back, lift it up, and take it sideways for thread the needle. Right arm lifts, comes over towards the toes, and you're on the side of your head here. Lift your hips up. Left hand is going to come to the back or out to the side. You want to hold it just long enough. The body knows it's a stretch and releases resolvins, which helps reduce inflammation within the body. Coming out of it, left hand up, next to the face, release that right arm up and down. Bring yourself up, inhaling up. And exhale over to the left. Coming back up and down. Lift the leg to take it back, hip height, and pull it in and out, and in, out. Last one, in, and out, and hold it. Right hand up, left hand down. And then put the hand down, put the leg down, and take your hips to the left and to the right. Coming to downward facing dog. Spread the hands, curl your toes under, and press back. Downward facing dog. Let your head drop. The weight of the head pulling on the neck is going to lengthen your neck. Pedal your feet a little bit here. Then bring your 2 feet together so that we can do wild dog, and then we're going to flip the dog. So we'll do it not so rapidly so that you can see what we're doing. You're going to take your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Bend it. Open the hips. That right heel should come to the left glute. Press back again, still away from your hands, so we can flip the dog. Ball of the left foot. The left leg is going to remain straight as you turn and come down, and then press up. Come back to where you were and step your foot forward, and the back heel comes down. And then inhale up. And exhale down. Back leg to front, forward fold, look up, inhale, and exhale. We'll do the second side. I'll turn sideways for it. Coming to downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale halfway, exhale, place your hands and step back. Pressing back. Keep the feet parallel. And then keep them close together so that there's not a big distance when you lift up your leg to do your hips. So lift the left leg up, bend it. Open the hips to the left. Heel towards the glute. Keeping my right leg straight, I'm going to pivot, come down, press up, spin back, put that left leg down, and put the right heel down, and then open up the right arm. Both hands down, and step back leg to front. Forward fold, look up, inhale, and exhale. Let's just open up the back a little bit more. Bring the arms up, Temple Mudra. And over to the right. Give a little tug. Come on back up. Over to the left. Give a little tug. Come back up. A little bit of a back bend, taking the arms behind the head. And then open them up. We'll come into a balance, taking the right leg forward. It doesn't have to straighten. It's balance is what we're going for. So don't worry if you can't straighten your leg. Let's keep our hips steady. Left hand on the hip. Bring up the right. And take it down. Like I said, if it's bent, that's fine. And if you lift it this way, that's great too. Always meet your body where it is at this moment. Let's try the other leg. And take it down. Side to side. We'll do a sun salute with coming down onto our knees, chest, and chin. So I'll come up a little bit so we have the space. Inhale your arms up. One movement, one breath. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Spread the fingers. Step back to plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Halfway. Pull through. Press back. Downward facing dog. And let's take 3 breaths here. The end of your 3rd breath, look towards your hands, tiger crouch, hips to heels, and spring forward. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, and inhale up and down. Sun Salute B starts in chair pose, and then we go into warrior 1 and humble warrior. So let's try that. Inhale, chair pose. Remember, chair is a seated pose, like a squat. And then bring your hands down. And inhale up. Exhale down. Spread out the fingers. Step back to your plank. Roll forward. Come down. Pull through the backs of the feet. Roll over the feet and back to downward facing dog. Turn your left foot out so you're getting ready for warrior 1. As you lift the right leg up, step forward. Heel to heel, you're ready to come up. Warrior 1. Bring the arms around the back. Walk open the leg. Stretch out and bow forward, proud and humble. Inside the knee or over the knee. Coming out of that, bring the hands down, either side, come into a low squat. So here you can do chaturanga, a plank, one leg or both legs down. Inhale. And bring the foot down, turn it to the side so that when you lift your left leg up, you're ready to come into warrior 1 on the other side. Hands around the back. Open up the heart. Widen your stance. Bow forward. Hands float down. Come into the lunge. And downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breaths. Tiger crouch. We're going to end in chair, remember? So tiger crouch, look towards your hands. Jump to bent knees, touch the ground, and you're in chair. Bring your hands in, and let's do take a chair. So the right ankle is going to cross over the left knee. One more breath. Bring it down. Still in chair. Strong thighs. Lift up the left over the right. 3 breaths here. And then straighten up and let your hands come down. Let's step into warrior 2. Right leg out, left out, arms are out. And we'll flow here by reversing the warrior. Don't touch your thigh. And come forward. And reverse. And come forward. And then come back up. Straighten your leg. We'll go into triangle. So reach, reach, reach. When you can't reach anymore, bring the one arm down and the other arm up. Press yourself back, and if you can, look up at your left arm. Bring yourself up. Both toes face front. Forward fold here. Start to bring your heels out a little bit so that the sides of the feet stay straight. And let the head come down. Let's first walk the hands way out and push your hips back. Head drops. And then walk the hands back as far back as they can go. Turn them around and pull yourself down. Hands to the hips and hinge back up. Left foot turns and you're in warrior two on the left side, opening up. Reverse the warrior and then come to side angle. And reverse. And side angle. Last one. Coming back, warrior two. Straighten the leg. Reach forward. And then bring one arm down, the other one up. Let's bring ourselves up. This time, keep the legs and bring them in a little bit, pointed out to the side for fierce angle pose. So the arms are up and you press down and up. 3 more times. I think this is the last one. And then bring your toe, heel, come back together. Let's take a eagle pose for balance now. Cross your right leg over and your left arm over the right, palms back to back or palm to palm, and crunch down, maybe lift up that leg. Maybe wrap it around twice if you can. Let's think about releasing and bring the arms up again. Lymph moves through the body and exhale down. That movement of the arms up brings the lymph through the body, but also helps create joy. You'll notice when people bring up their arms, they often are feeling joyful. So the movement and the emotion are simultaneous. Left over right, right over left. Crunch down, lift and wrap. Coming out, and bring your arms up, and let's come into a downward facing dog so we can do pigeon. Inhale the arms up and exhale down. Look up, flat back, press the hands down and step back, a nice wide downward facing dog, letting your head drop. Best time to stretch the neck is in downward facing dog because the weight of the head, 8 to 10 pounds, is pulling on the neck. Right leg lifts up, bends And then bring that knee towards your chin. So you're in plank, but the knee towards your chin. We'll do that once more. Shoot it back up. Bring it in towards the chin. And then bring the knee to the right wrist and stretch out your leg behind you. You can press your toes under for pigeon, the back toes, or you can press your toenails in. Just be sure that your knee is facing down. Once you're in pigeon, inhale yourself up. And then exhale yourself over your front leg. Only as far as comfortable. And don't be thinking down, be thinking out. That you're pulling yourself out. And then press up. Let's take that back leg around to the front. Sit on both sits bones. And we'll take the right arm in front and turn yourself so you can look over your left shoulders. If you can, you're going to bring this right hand down to the foot in front. If it doesn't go there, no problem. And then come back front. That same right hand is going to stretch out the leg. IT band stretch. And then let's bend it and put one knee on top of the other. This is cow's head. So if the knee doesn't come down, you can put something in between to rest it on if there's pain or discomfort. If there isn't, just let it be. Has to do with the hips, how open they are internally and externally. So some people, this is a comfortable pose. Some people, it's not a comfortable pose, yet their hips are open for pigeon. So we've opened them in different angles. Once seated here, let's take the right arm up close to the head and then the left arm around the back. So while you're doing this, let's see, and my right arm goes right down the middle. So your left can be at your back or reaching up. If you want to deepen this, you start to bend forward. Now let's just unravel it all. Shake out the legs, come back up to downward facing dog. Pressing down. Lifting up the left. Bend it and roll forward. Knee to chin and press it back. Bringing it in. Press it back. This time bring it in and set it down by the left wrist. Into pigeon. Walk your hands back so you stretch out your spine. And then bring yourself forward. Press up and bring your back leg around in front. I'm turning here. And then left arm presses against this knee. So you got to pull everything in so you can press the knee, look over your right shoulder. And then come front for the IT band stretch, pulling the leg out and the arm out. The Let's let one knee go over the other. And this time the left arm comes up as close to the head as you can get it. And come around with the other arm. I don't like you using a strap here because the shoulder can be so delicate and I don't want it pulled. I don't want to have you dislocate or tear or something. So only do what your shoulders are ready to do. The first principle of yoga is ahimsa, do not harm, and we do not want to harm our own body. Again, if you want to take it further, you bow forward. Otherwise, bring it up. Release the arms. Release the legs. Give them a shake. Let's take the arms up and press them down. Pull the right knee in and stretch it out. In and out. Once more, lubricating the synovial fluid. Put it down. Sit tall, reach forward with your right arm. Get that shoulder right next to the knee or beyond if you can. Thumb down, and let's just bring the arm around the knee. Right hand then grabs the left and bow your head. Releasing that, stretching it out. 3 times in with the left, pulling it in and up, and in, up, in, up, and bring it down. So ideally, if you can bring it closer to your body, it's easier to wrap the hand around. You don't have as far to go, right? Flex the other one, come inside with your left, reach forward, thumb down. It's the rotation of the entire arm. Come around, capping it, meaning taking your arm to the top. Left hand now is active, so that's the grabber to the right, and let your head bow. And then release. Give it a shake. Let's come into boat pose. Pulling both knees up now. Gonna sit a little bit back and lift them up. Maybe straighten them, maybe release the arms. And let's bring them down. Open them up. Bound angle pose. So we hold our ankles and come up with a flat back and think of your collarbones coming down to your feet. So inhale up, elbows out. Exhale over. Inhale up. Rounding the back. Exhale. Inhale. Once more, flat back and then round back. Exhale. Inhale. Rounding. So you felt all that in your hip flexors, and let's bring the knees up, separate the legs, have the knees touch. Sit back a little bit, put your hands right at those hip flexors and press out the fascia, the skin. The fascia is what connects it all together, and that can get sticky and gooey without use. That's why in the morning sometimes you feel all stiff and out of sorts. So loosen that up by just pressing down from what you've done. And then we'll come onto our backs for knee drop for the final twist before lying totally flat. So take your right leg up and step on the left thigh, left hand outside, roll over and look to the right. Your right knee does not have to touch the ground. If it does, fine. If it doesn't, equally fine. You're feeling the stretch here throughout the right glute. By keeping the shoulders on the ground, we're not torquing the spine. Very important. Let's come on back. Straighten out that leg. Lift up the other. Step down. Hand to the knee and roll onto the side, looking over your left shoulder. Certainly doing this, you can tell which side of your body is more open or more tight. And it's just something to be aware of as you go through your practice. Coming back onto your back, pull the feet closer, and we'll simply lift up to bridge with the arms. So inhale, lifting your pelvis up, and exhale down. 2 more times. Lifting up, pressing back towards the shoulders, tighten everything here, and then release down. Last one. Inhaling. And exhale. Bring yourself down. Straighten out the legs. Let them flop open. Open up your hands. You're ready for Shavasana. Closing the eyes. No more things to think about or do. These few moments, the thoughts trickle through your mind. You're not paying them any attention. You're breathing in all of your energy and then exhaling all of your fatigue. You're breathing in all the peace that surrounds you. And then exhaling out all of the anxiety doing you no good at all. You inhale joy and exhale despair. Inhale your quiet presence. Let it bathe you. And exhale any worries doing you no good but taking up space. And as you lie here, be aware of your belly rising and falling. Your inhale, your exhale. Wiggle your fingers a little bit, wiggle the toes, pull everything in together, flatten your spine. So pull your knees in towards your chest. Roll over onto the left side. And then bring yourself back up. Knowing your presence is valuable and wanted and important for the balance of the rest of the world. I know your presence is important to me. And let's bring our arms up one more time. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Take them into yourself to thank yourself for coming, for participating, for practicing self-care. From the divine in me to the divine in you. Thank you for sharing class and time with me. Namaste. All right, thank you. Let me know anything special. I'm going to end this now.